die Stadt schläft ein, doch ich bin wach, ein Lichtschein glänzt, der neue Tag, mein Herz es pocht, ein Rhythmus neu, ich spüre es schon, die Roller treu, Roller Cola, ich hab ihn sehr.
Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Ben Our Rider. Today we're testing out the QJ Motor SQ16. 16 probably means we have 16-inch tires here, and that is a little bit similar actually to the Honda, also from the design, of course, a tiny bit similar to the Honda SH series. And we have the same engine in a wide variety of different models here from QJ Motor. This is the same engine as on the Ford 125. We have 15 horsepower, we have liquid cooled, we have 12 Newton meters and all of that good stuff. And I would say let's get to the controls, the display and the storage space now. So on the left hand side of the handlebar we have the brake lever here. For the rear disc brake we have dual channel ABS front and rear, and we have traction control. Also we have a switch here for high beam, low beam. Then we have a switch here for the turn signal, and we have a horn button here. On the right hand side we have the throttle, we have the brake lever for the front disc brake, we have a button here for the idling stop, start stop system, we have a button here for the hazard lights, and we have a starter button here. You have to pull one of the brake levers in order to get things started here. In the middle we have the display, inverted LC display. Yeah, of course it is a cheaper version of all the other QJ Motor 125s, so we don't get a TFT display, but we have almost 1,000 euro cheaper here compared to the Ford 125, for example, so that's quite a difference. And we almost have the same storage space actually, because we have an additional top box here. Anyways, yeah, all the important information is on the display here. We can only toggle it on top there. We have trip A, trip B, and we have the total, we have the speedometer, we have the voltage of the battery here, we have the actual temperature here of the coolant. Then we have a RPM counter, we have the fuel tank capacity here, and the coolant temperature also here as a bar graph. You know, we have the button here to switch it around. We can switch that here to miles or to imperial, and longer press to reset the values. When it comes to storage space, yeah, it's kind of an SQ scooter here. I think it's all basically the same with Honda, because we have a fairly large sized front tire. Apparently we do not have any space for cubby holes. We only have a USB connection here, actually two underneath this protection here, USB-C and regular. On the right hand side we have the keyless go system with fuel and seat opener here, and we also have a hook here for your grocery bags if you want, and down below we have the fuel cap. If we open up the seat now, I have to push the seat button, and this is what it looks like when the seat is up. There is no additional spring or anything, it just folds up like this to the handlebar. So if there's really strong wind, you know, it might come down on you, but I mean that's not going to happen very often, I guess. In the storage space itself we can fit a full-faced helmet. Mine is a size M Shark Spartan. That actually fits very tightly, but it does fit. Nothing else in here except for the filling for the coolant fluid. Yeah, that's what it is. The top box is a Schad SH33, so 33 liters, and it actually fits another full-faced helmet. Mine, as I said, is a Shark Spartan size M. That also fits. I will put the pictures up on the video here for you. And that's everything here for this scooter. And starting. So this is the QJ Motor SQ16 2026 model year, 125cc, 15 horsepower, and we'll take it out for a little ride. Let's go. So I'm sitting on the scooter already. Okay, this is now back on. I turned it off for the sound check. Now TCS should be back on. Yeah, the seat height is, I don't know. It feels a little bit lower than the Ford 125, but I could be wrong. But I have a fairly good stand. And I am 175, 5'9". Seat seems to be comfortable. And yeah, let's go. The corners it can take quite nicely. We have the 16-inch tires. It feels really, really nice here in the corners. Really stable. Goes through the corners like on rails. Or like on a rail. And I have to close my visor. It's getting a little bit chilly now here in the mountains. Yeah, what can I say? Also the suspension, I think, is feels nice. I tried that out already on the highway, so I did not notice any hiccups there. We have two shocks in the rear, which is a little bit unusual as well if the scooter is fairly cheap or inexpensive. And we have two here, pretty nice. Everything feels solid. There's a little bit of wobbling. I probably will tell you this later on the highway, but a little bit of wobbling. I always call it bunny hopping off the front. And because of that, we also have shaking, vibrating mirrors, which I noticed right away. That might be something that you have to look into. Maybe, yeah, the tire is not correctly balanced or something like that. But I mean, I had that I have that quite often with little scooters that have this bunny hopping in the front. But usually it does not have so much extended to the mirrors. But here, you know, they are vibrating quite badly, so you can almost see nothing when you're actually at higher speeds. That's a little bit troubling. But maybe a dealer can fix that, I am not sure. Anyways, in the twisties here in the mountains here of Malaga, it is pretty nice. It handles quite nicely. The foot room here on the pedestal on the platform is rather limited, but that's usually how it is with these small scooters, where you can actually get on, get off very quickly. Yeah, I have size 44, I think, of my shoes, and I have maybe 2 centimeters left on to the front or so, you know, before I hit something. So that might be something to consider if you have very, very big shoes or shoe size. Other than that, for me, that's no problem. I mean, the display is quite nice. I mean, it's kind of outdated, you know, but you have to see the price and then say okay, you know. But there's quite a lot of information. I mean, there's no trip computer like a fuel computer. I mean, there's a trip A and B, but no fuel computer. But at least you have the voltage of the of your battery. That's not too bad, actually. And you have also not only this little bar graph of the coolant temperature, but you also have a digits, you know. It says now 79 degrees, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, on the highway, of course, you do not have any windscreen or whatever. It's quite chilly if it's not in the summertime. But that's just, you know, how they are built. I cannot really complain about that. The other thing is, yeah, but you will see that for yourself, I'm sure. The mirrors will be shaking or vibrating quite a bit because of the front is kind of shaking as well. at the moment it's not too bad actually. But when I came here it was pretty bad. I could hardly see anything in the mirrors. I have full throttle now and we'll go up a steep incline here now. Still full throttle, as long as the traffic permits here. Still full throttle, and we're still going up the hill. Still full throttle, and a very nice sunlight in my face here, not so good. Still full throttle, but I think I will reduce it now. Yeah, I will reduce it now because of the traffic, and the hill is almost finished here. It will go down now. You know, it still rides nicely. It still is safe. It feels safe here at higher speeds. Probably also because of the bigger size tires here with 16 inch. It feels pretty nice. Now someone from the right coming in. And the seat, yeah, feels comfortable. I don't have any complaints whatsoever. So you can go as fast as you can with this little scooter. There should not be a problem. It doesn't feel unsafe. But I'm sure you will use not so much gas on this one, which is pretty nice. And you have very good storage space. I'm a little bit surprised because I thought it would only fit a jet helmet underneath, but no. Actually my Shark Spartan size M can fit in it. It's fairly tight, but it fits. And it also fits in the top box of the SH33 shot, which is included in the price already, which is kind of crazy. So you have a lot of storage space, almost as much as on the GT scooter from QJ Motor. And you get it a lot cheaper, this one here, than the other one. You know, it's almost 1,000 euro cheaper than the Ford 125. So I think it's a pretty good deal. If you want something practical for the city, you know, you have your little hook here for your grocery bags and stuff. You can put it in the top box, you can put it underneath a seat. But that's what it is. Pretty nice, I think. I mean, except for the little shaking and the mirrors, of course, which are then a little bit difficult to see. I don't have any other complaints. And we are nicely equipped with the safety features here, dual ABS front and rear and TCS disconnectable. That is not so common in these fairly cheap scooters. So I like that very much. And I like the price, of course. I like the warranty that QJ Motor gives you here in Spain, which is 6 years. That is pretty damn nice. We also get 1 year of free insurance with it. And yeah, that's the QJ Motor SQ16 2026 model year. We have 3 colors, actually, I forgot to tell you, but they're all fairly dark. So we have this one, then we have a black and I don't know, a white one or so. So we do not have any happy colors like red or something. We do not have that, unfortunately, but that's what it is. Anyways, thanks very much for watching. This is Ben Right Out. Take care. Bye bye.
Cruising down the coast, sun on my face, on a brand new ride, taking my place. From scooters to beasts, every mile's a test. I push the limits, give you my best.